Hey everyone, welcome back to another one of my reset videos. This one's for June, obviously. I'm Diana, if you're new here. Thanks so much for joining and watching my videos. I very much appreciate it. I like to use these videos to kind of take the time to reflect on the past month and kind of look forward to the next month and then share it all with you guys, as well as kind of just discuss my monthly favorites. I also like to talk a little bit about my finances on these monthly reset videos. I do go into more depth on my financially, what do I call them? Financially secure series. Can't even remember the name of my videos. I go into a little bit more depth and try and talk about more specific things in each video, while my monthly reset videos is just like a broad kind of overview of them. So if you want to see more about my finances, go check out that playlist. And I'll be talking a little bit more also just about my personal goals and my YouTube goals and also talk about my yearly goals that I've been trying to work towards. So I've been using Selena Trevino's template. I've talked about it before. I'll leave a link down to where I got this from if you want to use it. It's good. I want to preface this with, I have ADHD. I've mentioned it a lot in my videos, so it's really hard for me to stay consistent on things, including posting YouTube videos and just like stuff that is good for me. It's like extremely difficult to stay consistent, hence why it's one of my like terms for the year. Balance, consistency, and boundaries, setting boundaries for myself. So while this kind of keeps me more organized with my goals, I do tend to forget about it if I'm not looking at it daily. So I am open to any suggestions on what you guys like to do on like a daily thing. When I'm in the mood for it, I am all gung-ho about it, but I need something. Honestly, I don't know what I need. I need to like see it before I'm like, that's exactly what I need. So if you guys use anything for tracking your goals, or you'd like to do something specific just to like help you remember to do stuff to stay on track, let me know down in the comments below because I would very much appreciate it. Anyway, so with this chart here, this template, it's on my MacBook. I haven't really changed much in terms of the goals that I want to complete, just because May has just been a really difficult month for me. I am just trying to get through it, I guess. Thankfully, it hasn't been like the most difficult recently in terms of like motivation, that kind of thing. It's been difficult. I am trying to work on it. So with this template, I'll go over my yearly goals first. I haven't checked anything off that I've completed. I'm gonna save that to the end of the year to see if I've completed or accomplished or feel like I've accomplished it, you know? Again, health and wellness, all the same stuff. I want to hit a goal weight. I want to meal prep and eat homemade foods more, which I will say this was the first week where I actually meal prepped and I have food waiting downstairs for me that I've been eating first. This is after the realization of I went through all my transactions for the month of May and how much money I spent on food only because I didn't prepare for the day and rushed off to work without anything to eat and getting hungry. It has added up and it is like absolutely insane just how much I spent in the month of May. Me and my boyfriend take turns to like pay for stuff. That's part of the reason why it's gone up, but I've told him like I cannot spend this much money again, kind of thing. Like if you want food, you're on your own or you're paying for me, but I am sticking to trying to eat like the cheapest thing possible, healthiest thing possible for me, aka is at the moment is just transitioning to buying my food at a grocery store once or twice a week as opposed to being lazy and then ordering food in. Walk every day, like I don't see that happening in my life for the foreseeable future. I would love to walk every day, but with this new job that I'm starting, I really am gonna struggle with this and timing for myself and stuff like that, which I want to kind of discuss in another video because it all kind of combines or goes along with me setting up personal boundaries and being consistent and balance and stuff like that. Do Pilates classes. I do have the intention of that. I just want to make sure I have the money for it first, and then Also, there is one opening up at my new work soon. It hasn't yet, so I am planning on doing that, and I'm trying to view it more as like a benefit for me, not just looking at it as like I'm wasting money. Trying to find the benefits of that, and I'm hoping once I start doing it, I will keep doing it or like it. I don't know. My thoughts on that is just, my whole brain is like a word vomit right now. I do have the intention to do Pilates classes. I just need to kind of figure out my life with this new schedule, and then make sure I leave pockets of time for myself. So whether that's for walking every day or doing Pilates here and there. And then finding a new therapist, that's just not going to happen anytime soon, I think. Only because of the cost, and with the sun and everything, I feel mentally okay. Thankfully, I will probably look into finding someone closer to the winter months when I feel like the weather is really going to affect me, especially with the long drive that I have going to work. Not doing so great in the health and wellness, but it's only, you know, almost halfway through the year. And then like other things, I put myself first. If you want to hear me talk about it more, you can watch my older reset videos where I kind of go into more detail about this, because it all kind of meshes in with my monthly goals. Just had to move here because my legs were hurting from where I was sitting. So let's start with the positive stuff. I have my little notepad here that I take with me everywhere. It usually sits in my car. I have a crappy pen that goes with it, and I have just like bunch of sections in here. Honestly, it's just been my favorite thing. I wish I could keep my iPad in my car, but obviously that's not safe. Don't need my car being broken into, because I genuinely love just writing on my iPad. This will have to do for now, because I really just like the quiet of sitting in my car, clearly, because that's where I film a lot of my videos. Like to just sit in my car and write all my thoughts out. So to start with the positive stuff, or like the stuff that I have achieved this month. So last month I made a goal of making my bed every day, and I have continued on with that. It's just really nice coming home after work to a clean room. Sometimes it gets cluttered once I've come home and just like thrown everything around, but opening my door and seeing my blinds open, sunlight coming through, and my room clean just helps. Every little bit helps. I've also been wanting to drink more and take my vitamins daily. I've increased that, obviously. I just haven't been doing it every day, which is so bad. I recently did a blood test and my vitamin D levels are low. They've improved from how low they were before, which is absolutely insane how low they were. But they've improved, but they're still not in like the healthy range or whatever. So I gotta talk to my doctor about that. But anyway, take a lot of vitamins. And before people jump in saying, you know, vitamins are useless, I have had bariatric gastric bypass surgery. I need to take vitamins for the rest of my life because my body doesn't absorb everything that I eat, or the nutrients of everything that I eat, so I need to supplement with that. But I have my little tumbler here, and that's been helping me drink lots of water. I still want to be going to bed early. I have go to sleep by 10, but I think I am just going to change that to be like consistently sleeping, let's say 7 hours a day. I like using on the iPhone, you can set like a sleep schedule. Anyway, you can set it so that, how do I explain this? You can set it so that you can see like the time that you're going to sleep at, and then when you wake up and it counts how many hours you'd be sleeping, and you can have like a goal on there for how many hours you want nightly. I usually do that at the end of the day, like right before I'm going to sleep, to set up my alarm for the next day, but I should probably just like do that in the morning. So I'll add that, consistently sleeping 7 hours a day, and set alarm in the morning. I I feel like it'll help me kind of manage my day a little bit better if I set the time that I want to go to sleep at in the morning versus when I'm already in bed, because then my mind will be like, okay, you set your alarm saying that you're going to get 7 hours of sleep if you go to bed by 10, as opposed to it being like 10:30 and then not getting 7 hours of sleep because I'll have to obviously still wake up at the same time in the morning, but I've gone to bed later. I didn't plan my evening out properly. I'm rambling here with my thoughts, just thinking it through. I'll let you guys know how that works. Waking up at 5 a.m. is ideally what I'd still like to do, but I'm going to try and make it more attainable and say wake up at 6 a.m. every day, because I truly do like mornings and I feel a lot more productive in mornings. So 6 a.m., that's still like, that's a good 3 hours before I start my work. Granted, 1 hour will be of driving, but it gives me at least 2 hours-ish to myself to get ready for the day. And then the walking once a week, I mean, I've been doing it, which is really weird, but unintentionally, at least once a week. I kind of want to be more intentional about it and just go for a walk and like not be so distracted by like answering text messages. So I'm gonna change that to like intentionally. Don't be distracted. And then I'm just gonna keep the take vitamins daily, drink 1 bottle of water daily as well on there. I think I need to just be like really more specific with my goals, because I'm kind of leaving it too vague and my brain is taking advantage of that. So I really want to designate a day for filming still. I want to post 1 video a week, but I'm gonna start saying 1 video every Sunday ideally. But I'm gonna give myself a little bit of wiggle room Sunday, Monday. I did try new stuff with my boyfriend, but honestly, let's not include him in things. I want it to be about me, hence setting up boundaries for myself. I'm going to say I want to write in my journal at least once a week, and then make my bed every day. Since I've already kind of gotten into the habit of doing that, I'm just gonna consider that checked off. And I really want to take the time to plan out my week time block and set time for me, as in set time to plan out when to film videos, also when to work on my budget, and set time for like working out, because I feel like my life with my work schedule and the driving that I have to do can get very out of hand, and I feel like I really need to stay on top of myself, because if I let that kind of get the best of me, I know I will kind of just again start buying food because it's easier, because I didn't plan properly, and not go for my walks, and not post on YouTube because I'll be just so overwhelmed. So I'm really trying to be proactive about it and just get ahead of it, get ahead of my like self-sabotaging that I know that I can do to myself when I am overwhelmed. So in terms of my finances, May was not a good month for me financially. I did manage to create a new budget, so that's done, but I kind of want to, for this month, for next month, I want to really comb through budget and see where I can save money. So yeah, in terms of finances, May I did not make as much. I calculated one of my jobs, my second job, second office, and then the working interview that I did for this new office that I'm starting at. I roughly made like only $3,500 this month, and usually I do double. I still will get a paycheck 30th from my old office, the one that I am leaving. So maybe it should be around $4,000 total monthly that I made this month. But I had a lot of unexpected like stuff come up. Shitty, but it is what it is. I did still manage to pay off almost how much did I pay off? My credit card. card, which I will go obviously into more detail, but I did get a line of credit with a lower interest rate. So I transferred all my credit card debt onto the line of credit, and my credit score has skyrocketed almost 83 points just because I did that. So yeah, I'm really happy with that and paying less interest, even though this month was hard in terms of not making that much money. And I did stupidly spend a lot of money on food. I will admit that, but hey, I'm only human. I am just gonna pick myself up and go, keep going, keep paying off my debt. It was around $1,800 that I managed to pay off towards my credit card. So, or I guess my line of credit now with the less interest. So I'm saving quite a bit of money. So I'm getting some new ergonomic glasses. They're called Loops for work, and it definitely dipped into my emergency fund. So I'm gonna work on saving that back up. Luckily, I won't get charged until the glasses have gone or have been shipped. So I still have a little bit of money there. A little bit of time to, I guess, to save up some more money so I don't have to dip too much into my savings account. But I am working on bringing that total back up to $5,000. I am so grateful that I have that money there. I mentioned it before in my other videos, but if I didn't, I would have just put it back onto my credit card and like started the cycle all over again and like never really getting ahead. I am the person that's all for an emergency fund, and $5,000 for me was a good investment. I made a goal last month of checking in on my finances daily, and I have been doing that consistently, like multiple times a day. Just seeing those numbers in my bank account either gives me a sigh of relief or gives me anxiety that I need to make more money. I'm gonna change this one to, instead I would increase my income by $500 a month. Last month I had to increase it by $1,000, and I did that by getting a new job with a higher pay. I'm on track with that. So I increased this month to $500. I would ideally like to hit that amount with like YouTube. Would be nice if I could make that extra $500 a month. I haven't had a full month of being monetized yet. Once I am, I will kind of make a video of how much I made through YouTube. But as of right now, about 2 weeks in a little bit of being monetized, I'm at like $150-ish. So I feel like I could do that. But I'm going to be really specific. So I'm going to increase my income by $500 a month through, I'll just do through YouTube / social media. How about I input my transactions onto my budget daily, because right now I've been leaving it for every couple of days because I can't be bothered to do it daily, but I feel like I should input it into daily. If you guys don't know, I use You Need a Budget. Again, that's my next video coming up where I kind of talk about how my budget looks like with it and why I like it and blah 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 blah. So I'll go into more detail on that and my transactions and whatnot in that next video. So I feel good with my monthly intentions here. I like that I'm being more specific with what I want. And, you know, I think I'll take the time to write in my journal, like about each bullet point here and just go into more detail, just so that I have a clear view of what exactly I want my intentions to be, because there's obviously not a lot of space on here to be super specific. And obviously they're like a bit personal, so why not? Things I want to do. I already put monthly intentions of plan out my week, time block and set time for myself. I really want to transfer that onto my phone, possibly in the calendar app, create a time block schedule. I still want to outline video ideas. Haven't really done that. Put up picture frames, put up curtains. I did buy my hookah, so I took that off. And then I'm just going to work on making my room more homey. I think it'll be easier for the month of June for me to kind of just work on my room a little bit more. So I'm really going to prioritize making my room more homey, and it's just mainly getting the stuff out of storage from stuff that I had when I lived on my own and putting them up here. So I'm gonna time block this stuff into my schedule and go from there. And then of course my bucket list, I'm just gonna leave it. Honestly, I'm going to Seattle in a week or two for my friend's graduation. I don't know why I have such a hard time with the bucket list, because honestly it's like things I want to do. I don't know, I just struggle with a bucket list. I might as well just make an extension of things I want to do and then just like boom, 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 list them all out, even if they're like ridiculous. We'll see. I'll probably do that this month and then update you guys next month if I do that. Or maybe I'll change it to like YouTube goals or like social media goals specifically. Honestly, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I am just gonna add go to Seattle here, and I'm gonna change this to YouTube goals. I really want to put up a goal of getting to 5,000 subscribers. The thing is all I've ever wanted was just to hit 1,000, and now that I have, my brain's like la 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 la, whatever, like you hit that 1,000, you got monetized, so like just enjoy it. I feel like I really want to utilize being monetized and like having it aid in paying off my debt, and in the future contributing to my financial goals. So I feel like I should be really intentional with it and not kind of go by the, I don't know, inserting expression here. I can't think of anything right now. For the sake of monthly goals, I'm going to say I want to hit 2,000 subscribers by the end of June. And then I'll say hit 5,000 by the end of, let's say, August. I'm just going to add that it's monthly and yearly goals combined. I want to post 4 videos monthly and post 4 videos by end of June. Shorts by end of June. Do you guys like watching shorts? Sometimes I get into them. I watch them all over. Honestly, like I've just been looking at shorts as like a quick way to upload stuff of whatever I want. This whole channel is like supposed to be of whatever I want. I want to utilize shorts more, so I gotta kind of get on that. I've been obsessed with watching cakes being frosted, so that's all that's kind of being shown to me on YouTube, Instagram, everywhere. I just keep watching videos of cakes being decorated and it is so satisfying. I'm gonna add that to the things that I want to do. I want to frost and decorate a cake because I'm insane and I just can't get that thought out of my head. I just really want to frost a cake. And then let's just say by the end of June I want to hit, I don't know, maybe another $200. Hit $200 in revenue on YouTube by end of June. So I'm gonna leave those goals as they are for now. If I add anything to it, I'll let you guys know in the next monthly reset video. I will say though that I am super excited with my growth of the channel. So thank you guys, everyone that's been subscribing and watching my videos. I can't thank you guys enough. It's just been so bizarre having been filming for like almost 4 years and finally being monetized. So thank you, you guys. And then I also just wanted to quickly go over some of my like monthly favorites, because I always like hearing or like watching other people talk about their favorites, so I thought why not I'll talk about my stuff. I mentioned this before and I will always forever and ever talk about it. It's just, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about this tumbler, but I absolutely love it. I've been drinking so much more water. I think it's because it keeps my water cold for a really long time, like I mentioned, and it has the handle, so it's easy for me to like carry it with like all my shit that I take to work or whenever I go out. So my bags, it's just easy to like hold on to the handle part here. This is the Stanley Cup dupe. Simple Modern is the brand. I'll leave all the links down below of like all my favorites, even stuff that I don't mention here, that I use on a monthly basis, but I cannot recommend this enough. I freaking love this thing. And then in terms of skincare, I've just still been using Paula's Choice. My skin, like a normal person, kind of goes in waves. If I get stressed out, my skin gets stressed out, blah 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 blah. I feel like Paula's Choice, the price is reasonable and that stuff works, and it's been working. So I'd highly recommend looking at their website. If you're in Canada, they ship to Canada, and I believe Sephora now sells it as well. Just on the actual website, you can get more deals or like better deals from them. So check out both Paula's Choice's website and Sephora and see. I use the retinol, vitamin C, and a sunscreen, and I've used other things from them as well. So for the vitamin C, the retinol, oh, and the exfoliating liquid and the sunscreen are the things that I've been consistently using. And then I got some new shoes. The Bay in Canada has been having a good sale on shoes, and so I walked by and I was needing some because, weird fact, when you lose a lot of weight, your feet get smaller, and my feet have gotten smaller. So these are the Steve Madden Gradual Gracie like slides in cognac. I got them for $40 and I'm sure I will wear them out quite a bit this summer, because I usually buy a pair of like shoes for the summer and I will wear them every day if I can. So between these and my Hokas, I've been loving them. And then because I've been driving a lot, I've converted to listening to podcasts or audiobooks. More so audiobooks right now, because I'm really into the Court of Thorn and Roses series. I'm on the second book now, Mist and Fury. They've been making the drives more enjoyable, even though it is sometimes difficult for me to pay attention. I will like kind of zone out a little bit and then realized I wasn't listening for like a minute or two, but it's easy to rewind it back. If you have any other recommendation on books that are good to listen as audiobooks, please let me know. Because I have a lot of driving to do in my future, and yeah, I don't want to go insane. I would prefer to read a book, be excited to go on a drive because I want to finish listening to the book, I guess. And then I've also been listening to podcasts whenever I do kind of get bored of listening to audiobooks. So my two favorite ones are the More Money podcast by Jessica Morehouse. Talks about money, that kind of stuff. She's Canadian, but she also has a lot of American guests on. I just enjoy her take on finances and stuff like that, so I highly recommend her. There's also the Teach Me How to Adult podcast by two Canadian girls as well. It's like a fun, interesting thing to listen to. They talk about finances sometimes, but it's just like a lot of adult things that you may never have thought of or have a hard time finding someone to help you with. So like they have relationship advice, personal goals, finances, like everything. I highly recommend that you listen to their podcast because they're really good. Anyway, you guys, with all that said, thank you for sticking around and watching my videos. I'm going to leave it there. All the links are down below. Leave a comment on suggestions for audiobooks or anything else you want to comment on that I've mentioned about in this video. I'll try and get back to you guys as soon as I can. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!